Hey, what is going on, guys? In this video today, we're going to be going over how to dominate salty towers in Fortnite Season 5. As I mentioned in my video about how to get high kill games, Salty is without a doubt the most populated and interesting landing spot of Season 5, so you really need to know what you're doing if you want to have success here. Obviously, it's fairly similar to the old tilted towers in a lot of ways, and if you've watched my videos for a while, you may know that there probably aren't many people on the planet who have landed tilted more than me, but there are of course also some differences as well. So in this video, I'm going to share some of the general tricks and overall strategies that help me make it out of salty towers as much as possible, and without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so the first thing we gotta talk about with salty towers is your initial landing area within the town. This is without a doubt the most underrated important factor when it comes to doing well in hot drop locations. So many people make the mistake of just kind of winging their landing and only really half paying attention when they jump out of the battle bus. If you pull out your glider at a bad spot that either makes your flight path into the town way too low or way too high, I can't emphasize enough how much of a disadvantage that is. The most important part of a Fortnite game when you land at a populated area is the first 20 to 30 seconds once your feet hit the ground. If you're late by even 3 to 5 seconds because your landing was bad, everybody's already gonna have weapons while you're just scrambling around with your pickaxe, probably picking up the leftover white pistols and stacks of AR ammo. So the first tip that isn't anything groundbreaking, but trust me is so important, is to really focus on finding exact landmarks on the map that you can use to help you get perfect landings. It's gotten to a point where for pretty much every battle bus path possible, I know almost the exact spot where to dive straight down on and pull out my glider to get a really good landing. That landmark may be a specific rock, a section of a road, an area in the river. It really doesn't matter as long as you can remember it. If you can get those landmarks memorized and make sure you dive straight down and deploy your glider on them, you're gonna always get solid landings, and you'd be shocked how much that'll help you when it comes to surviving the early game. The other tip I want to give for landing is that you need to be willing to switch your initial landing location if someone has a better drop than you. It's obviously impossible to land perfect every time, so there are going to be games where you want to land in a specific window or a roof at a building, but you can see as you're gliding in that someone's going to get there first. When that happens, the worst thing you can do is just try to 50-50 it and hope that even though the guy will get a weapon first in all likelihood, maybe he'll miss some shots or you'll get something better. It's fine to 50-50 if you land first, but if you're beat, the better play 9 out of 10 times is to take your L, deviate your flight pattern, and land in a different, less contested building. That advice is going to save you from so many early deaths, it isn't even funny. So now let's get into the less simple stuff, what to do after that 20 to 30 second mark. You've landed, you have a gun, hopefully some shield, and now you're ready for the real game to start, so to say. The first important difference between salty towers and tilted towers is the overall lack of materials, and that's something that you can really take advantage of. In the OG Tilted, there were wood pallets all over the place, there was that forest area between Clock and Tacos, there were a bunch of like metal cars and fences that you could hit, etc, etc. But in Salty Towers, the majority of that stuff is gone. So what that means is that most of the enemies in the town are going to be running around with probably under 100 mats total. So if you can get to even as little as like 200 to 250 mats within the first 2 to 3 minutes of the game, you're going to have a huge advantage over everybody you fight. Now, like I said, with that lack of super easy materials, even just getting to 200 definitely won't be the easiest thing in the world, but there are definitely enough pieces of furniture, walls, fences, and other random things in each building that you can get to that amount with even just a little bit of effort. Plus, even though a lot of the wood pallet stacks are gone, there's still some of them scattered throughout random buildings, so it's important to know the locations of them so you can get to them if nobody else did. And I know this isn't going to be for everybody, but that's why I personally love landing Big Bertha probably even more than I did in Old Tilted. Even though they got rid of a lot of those wood pallets, they kept all of them in Bertha. So I can land at one of the middle levels, and within about the first 30 to 45 seconds in the match, I can have like 200 to 300 wood, which is just a massive advantage. The next important tip I can give for Salty Towers is one that applies once you leave your initial building. In Salty, roofs are power, especially when it comes to the larger buildings. One of my friends has this kind of funny saying that started as a joke, but honestly is pretty true. If you own Top Bertha, you own Salty Towers. The level of natural height and cover that the top of Bertha, corner brick, double building, or even clock tower gives you is just insane. So if you want to play more passive, a really nice way to start the game is once you've looted to just immediately go to the roof of one of these tall buildings, and then you can really get a sense of everything going on around you, hopefully weaken or even down 1 to 2 players in the process, and then from there you can make a sort of tactical push and take a fight that you feel really confident about winning. On the flip side, whenever you're on the ground or even just peeking out of a window or door on any of these buildings, you need to be aware of the roofs and those top level windows at all times. I can't tell you how many situations I've been spectating one of my friends and they just mindlessly run out of a door into the middle of the town or peek out of a window without checking anything, and it almost immediately results in them getting absolutely lasered by a guy 5 levels above them. Another sort of interesting trick that really is important is learning how to navigate windows in Salty. This is something that carries over almost exactly from the OG Tilted. Since a lot of the buildings are unique models in the game, like Big Bertha for example, they have very strange and difficult to navigate windows. For example, if you just try to walk through some of these windows normally, it won't let you, and this can obviously be very bad if you're getting chased or trying to chase someone, because if you don't know the trick I'm about to show you, you're probably going to have to destroy the entire wall, which makes you vulnerable for about 5 seconds and also makes a ton of noise. But the easy workaround to this that I'm sure some of you guys know already is to just place down a cone, and then you'll be able to crouch walk through the window with no problem at all. This works with tons of the awkward looking window models that are on a lot of these tilted windows, and it works for both sides as well. So even though it's simple, it's still a really nice advantage when it comes to navigating these windows, since a lot of people still don't know about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you watched the entire thing, be sure to let me know with a comment down in the comment section below. Do you personally land at Salty Towers, yes or no? And if so, what are your thoughts about it as a landing spot? I personally really like it, probably not as much as OG Tilted, but still definitely my favorite landing spot in the game right now. Be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do whatever the heck you want, and I will catch you guys next time.